This is Just Tool Basics, and today we're talking about feeler gauges. Hello everyone, welcome to Just Tool Basics. Today's topic is feeler gauges, which is an indispensable tool for measuring gaps between different things. Very common in automotive use for measuring ignition gaps on old cars, or gaps for speed sensors, or whatever. Woodworking, very common as well, used to measure table flatness. If you're making sure that your tool tables are flat, though I guess you could use it to measure the flatness of a wood table that you were making, though this might be a little bit excessive for such things. The way these work is they come in this little container. They, you keep them in your toolbox like this so that they stay protected. There's a whole sheave of these things. They are in order. With one exception, actually. It's very common to have the thickest of the feeler gauges next to the thinnest, so that like the thickest one protects it, and then you also know what your range is. So in this case, we have 1.5 thousandths to 35 thousandths, or 15 ten thousandths if you like, to 35 thousandths, which in millimeters, according to the printing, 0.038 millimeters up to 0.889 millimeters. And then they progress through, mostly for the first while, going by pretty tiny increments. 1.5 thousandths, 2 thousandths, 2.5 thousandths, 3 thousandths, 4 thousandths, 5 thousandths, and so on. You'll note once we get up to 10 thousandths, we have a 10 thousandths, and then we have a brass one right next to it. This is also 10 thousandths, even though it is not marked. This is to set the air gap in really old ignition systems, like 60s and 70s, between like the reluctor and the pickup, because you can't use ferrous metal to set that. And so brass, being non-ferrous, lets you do that. And then 11, 12, 13, and then once you get up to a certain size, it starts to skip here and there. So for example, there's no 27 thousandths, nor is there a 29 thousandths. And then it skips from 30 to 32, and 32 thousandths to 35, as we said back in the big guy. These are flat feelers. There are kinds that have like a kink here, so I'm not going to bend it to show you, where it just angles up like a shallow hockey stick, and that lets you reach under things a little more efficiently. And these are very accurate. Why don't we grab a caliper and we'll see what this looks like. So this one is 25 thousandths. And as you can see, it is right on 25 thousandths. Let's grab another random one. This one is 14 thousandths. Right at 14 thousandths. Oops. And lastly, let's pick a random one and see if we can be correct about what it is. So we'll go for one of the thinner ones for no reason really. I'm not picking the brass one because we already know what that one is. Let's grab this one. And that appears to be 15 thousandths. Yep. So as you can see, quite accurate for that spacing. Now, of course, over time they'll get scratched up and they'll get bent and they'll get kinked and things like that. So you gotta take care to keep them in good condition, especially these thin guys like this 1.5 thousandths or 2 thousandths. Like they're really easy to, like, if you jam it under something, if you jam it too hard and that bend turns into a kink, that's bad news. So gotta try hard to not do that. Scratches here and there, a little bit of scuffing, not the end of the world. But yeah, these are very, very useful, especially with old cars, and for, like I said, setting up woodworking machines. I actually keep one in my woodworking tool chest and then a different set for car things. That way I don't get greasy carness on my woodworking stuff. This is a car set. That's why is it a little bit oily. So if content like this is interesting to you, please consider subscribing. Until next time, this is Just Tool Basics.